Hello everyone, once again welcome to this series of mental health. Let's talk. As I said in the last one about depression is a very long topic which I plan to discuss it in a later way with some more interactive sessions. But the next topic that I want to discuss is anxiety. Like Ram and Lakhan, depression and anxiety are two brothers that are always found together. So we cannot talk about depression without anxiety and anxiety without depression. दोनों एक दूसरे के परिपूरक है, as we say. So let us talk about anxiety today. And as I said, I am not going to give clinical examples because my motive of this talk is to give general viewpoint, to share a general viewpoint. When I talk about general viewpoint, I'll have to discuss it in a layman's term. But we need to understand what anxiety is. Anxiety is a mental disorder characterized by feeling of worry, nervousness, or helplessness that is strong enough to interfere with a person's normal life. It is a feeling of unease. Now, what can we do in a situation of anxiety? Like in depression, it is important that first we realize that we are having something like anxiety. It is important that we understand how much of an anxiety is normal and beyond what level it is abnormal. I'll give you a small example. When your exam results are to be out, it's absolutely normal to be anxious about it. A few skipped heartbeats, a few palpitations, few panic, few anxiety, few hyper sweating, and all those things are normal when your exam results are going to come. But the same thing to expect when you sit for an interview, to expect in your day-to-day life, as if every day of life is a challenge before you, is an examination that you are appearing, and feeling anxious about everything that is happening around. Even like suppose you have been asked to cook the food today. During lockdown we are all doing that, helping our mothers in the kitchen. If you have been asked to cook the food today and you are anxious about, okay, I will cook it like this, this kind of a panic situation, when in excess, leads to anxiety. Our anxiety does not come from thinking about the future, but it is the desire to control it. When we have a desire to control something beyond our control, something that we have not seen, when we have that strong desire to control it, that is the moment when anxiety comes. Anxiety starts entering your brain. So what should we do in case of anxiety? Depression is more evident on a person's face, on a person's day-to-day activity, but anxiety is normally if visible, then it is at times neglected. Because suppose you are going to for an interview and you are fumbling, or your hands are shaking, or you are sweating and all, it's considered to be okay. It's nervousness is okay. But this nervousness throughout your life is not okay. This nervousness throughout your each daily activity is not okay. You are brushing your teeth every day. There is no need to be nervous about that. But I have seen people who are anxious, who are having nervousness while brushing their teeth. And that kind of anxiety is clinical anxiety, which is of very high level. What we are discussing here, like in other episodes, we are purely discussing about simple things, simple anxiety. And what is the solution? Solution number 1 is go easy on yourself. Whatever you do today, let it be enough. Man's desire is something that is very important for the man to control. If we don't have control on our desires, then it will be difficult to control its repercussions. Therefore, it's important that we go easy, take things one at a time. We need to learn the art of being patient. Doctors normally don't have, if you do a survey, you can find doctors under depression. But doctors under anxiety is very rare. I am talking about doctors who have made big name. A good sign of being a doctor is being patient. You need to give a patient's hearing to your patient. The subject that comes to us is called a patient, and what we do with that subject is a patient-full hearing. That is important. So in anxiety, what is important is being patient. You don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. Martin Luther King had said this, and I find this very apt in context of anxiety, because worrying doesn't empty tomorrow's sorrow, but it definitely reduces our strength of today. Therefore, we should not waste our energy worrying about what will happen tomorrow. We need to spend our energy in a positive way in living our today, because tomorrow after all will come after today, and it is how we have lived our life today that decides what will come tomorrow. Therefore, worrying about what will come tomorrow in an excessive way, it is good to worry about your future, but to worry about each and everything is bad. Living with anxiety is like being followed by a voice. It knows all your insecurities and uses them against you. It gets to the point when it's the loudest voice in the room, and the only one who can hear that is you. Because this comes from within, so it knows where I will be nervous, where I will be anxious, where I will have a panic attack. It knows. Therefore, it is important that we control that. We control our breath, we control our emotion, we control our way of living, we control our way of reacting. We need to do all these things. If you see the sages of any religion, the saints or sages of any religion, when you see them, they are very calm and composed. The expression of depression and anxiety is barely seen on their face. Their faces are expressionless. This is not achieved in a day or two. This is achieved after years of practice, of years of meditation, years of hard work in this direction. As it is said, a saint is someone who has gained control over his senses. अपने इंद्रियों पे अधिकार पाना. In the same way, depression, anxiety, these are outcomes of our mismanaged senses. Therefore, as I said, it is important that we understand what anxiety is. We need to realize how much is normal and beyond how much is abnormal. We need to realize that in the first place. At the end, I would like to say that it's okay to feel not quite okay. It's okay to feel a desire to be alone. It's okay to feel concerned about your future. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. It's okay to feel uninterested. It's okay to feel angry. It's okay to feel confused. It's okay to feel weird out. It's okay to feel uncomfortable. It's okay to feel fatigue. It's okay to feel negative. But it's not okay to feel over anxious. It's not okay to feel left out. It's not okay to feel or to keep yourself introvert. No person can be introvert to himself or herself. And when you are not introvert to yourself, you are at least venting out your feelings, and that is important. Lastly, I found this poem very interesting, and I believe this can be taken as an oath to deal with both anxiety and depression. So, friends, if you can, then please repeat after me. I will breathe. I will think of solutions. I will not let my worry control me. I will not let my stress level break me. I will simply breathe, and it will be okay because I don't quit. I hope we all together fight out depression and anxiety. Thank you very much.